Is she gonna be in frame?
Yeah, there we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Keeping It Neat with Derek and Nick. I am Derek, Executive Bourbon Steward.
I'm Nick, certified bartender.
And we are a little late tonight, but we did say 9:15-ish, 9-ish for the evening for our live. We had another event that we were doing, a little tasting, a Zoom meeting, basically, with another distiller and a whole other group of people. So we're a little bit late tonight, but there's still some stuff we are going to discuss. We got our whole agenda planned for this evening. We're also going to start a GoFundMe for Nick's hair because it's getting out of control. And so we'll get that started in a little while, in a couple of seconds. Hey, we're back. All right. So we were doing a little live. Well, we weren't doing the live. It was actually Steve Ackley from the AVB network was doing it. He hosted an event through Zoom. We were trying some pre-prohibition rye and a chai rye that they had. The pre-prohibition rye was actually, they only made 2 barrels of it from Stumpy's distillery out in, where the heck was that? Was that Cincinnati? I think it was. I can't remember. Anybody? Bueller?
Cincinnati? Yeah. Illinois? Something?
Was it? I don't know. Well, anyway, from out there. So they had made 2 barrels of this stuff, and it came off. They weren't expecting it was like an experiment, really. And through the experiment, they found that it was amazing. They did it with a super high rye content. It's also barrel strength. This one came out at that's 119.6. So it was hot, but so good. And it came off so different than a normal rye would. Well, at least most of the ryes that I've experienced anyway, but it could have been that barrel strength. I'm not sure. I mean, most of the ryes that we've ever done, they have those clear cut, that rye note that you usually pick up. This was just, it had stuff going all over the place on the nose, and Nick still had some of his.
Yeah, so from what I was getting from this, this amazing limited edition we got to try was, on the nose, we were kind of all saying that there's some sort of like a pineapple, like maybe like a pineapple upside down cake, maybe some sort of vanilla custard. Michaela even suggested maybe creme brulee. I was getting also like a candied red apple on there. Mm-hmm. And then I know some other people were throwing out ginger.
Ginger was one of them, and it was the sweet note, because there was a lot of sweet up front on the nose, along with the spice. It was super spicy. So if you like the ryes and that spiciness, this would have been for you, because it had a lot of that punch up front, a lot of herbal notes people were talking about also. So there was a lot of herbal notes going on in there. So it was crazy. But the thing is there's none of this left. This is it. We've got like one of the last 2 bottles known in existence of it. That that guy Steve Ackley had purchased for this Zoom, and he sold out basically the 2 bottles for the 30 people that got to sit in on it, and it was really good, but very strong. Definitely, I put some water in mine. Did you try that in yours, Nick, when you did it, or no? No, Nick just straight up.
Are you kidding? The H2 no, capital N-O. I would never touch this with water. No way. The only thing I did was I actually let it sit in my mouth for like a minute. After like the first 2 sips, I let it sit. And then I drank some water to try to see if more flavors came out in my own palate. And then I sipped again and then did water one more time. But I refuse to add water to this whatsoever. It's so good. And I just feel like maybe it brought out some flavors for you, but I was getting so much as it was. Did you have anything else on the nose to add to what I had said?
I think on that first one, I really wasn't writing down a lot of stuff on the nose and stuff. It was just like, dude, it honestly was so overwhelming when I was trying it. I was getting like on the nose, but more so, I got like a menthol-y kind of a mint note that I myself picked up. Becca didn't get that. She was getting banana, taffy, wacky.
I didn't get that in this
I don't know, Tootsie Roll, bubble gum. And
I then on the palate, I was getting like that tropical note, that pineapple. Somebody said pineapple starfruit. I'm like, yeah. But they were talking about the malt, the wryness. There's some spice. But it's very sweet. It was very smooth, very aromatic, very opening. In the back and the finish we talked about, like there was this like explosion of spice in there. Becca had mentioned like there was like some sort of like rosemary or like pine and stuff going on.
Yeah.
somebody else threw out like a
to it. Yes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of those herbal notes. This is what we tried tonight. This is the Stumpy's Old Monroe Distillery Select. It's the straight rye whiskey. It comes in so very good. Hot. It does. I can't remember what the mash bill was on it because we kind of skipped. We were talking and we were listening, and I kind of blanked out for a second there, I think, and missed it. But we got one on the next one. They actually had another one, a chai rye, which they were doing, which was a interesting mash bill in itself. It was a 4-grain bourbon whiskey, actually. So they started out with a 51% Butcher's Bloody Corn, 34% rye, 8% wheat, and then 7% malted barley on that one. That one was like all like candy, like vanilla cake up front. It was super sweet on the nose. The palate completely different. It was all grassy, earthy notes that I was getting in there, with like a minty note in the background, and I think I said like a vanilla, like a slight vanilla note for me on the tongue in the back when I was finishing it up.
And I was getting like, so they called it hay colored, which I thought was pretty, right there for it. So I liked that. On the nose, I was getting this buttery cake, butterscotch. Kind of like if you've ever been to Cold Stone Creamery, though, it also had notes of like the cake batter for like birthday cake remix in there. You said the vanilla. Michaela mentioned coconut, so I could kind of see like if you remember the Stillhouse coconut we did. I felt those notes. On the palate, I was getting a lot of those grassy, earthy tones that you weren't getting in the nose, which was interesting. And I was getting some sort of baking spice, like a clover and allspice, very slight, because it was refreshing. It wasn't like some of these other ones we tried where they're so harsh and like overbearing. This was like nice. It was just a sprinkle of it. Somebody said eucalyptus, which I also thought was good.
Yeah, someone did say eucalyptus.
And then when you guys got off to get ready for this, I came on live and talked to them, and I mentioned, and a lot of people agreed with me, which was kind of fun and good publicity for us. That I was getting a lot of like mint and like a cucumber water with a little like white peppery finish in the back, and a lot of people were saying that they also were getting that too, and I was like, "Woo! All right, I did my work here. I can get out."
Done. But
I literally was like, "Well, I gotta go."
Everyone was saying that birthday cake. They were saying that vanilla-iness, but so overwhelmingly too, a lot of people were saying like it was a butter toffee, butter caramel, like popcorny kind of a deal going on. That was really what you were getting on the nose. Yeah,
I liked that.
And I had written that down. And then when I got the when I put it on the palate was like that grassy, earthy tones for me with some mint. What happened?
Yeah, it was. I mean, incredible. Both of these. I'm glad we got to do that experience. That was a lot of fun and. Yeah, thanks for everyone so far who's been joining and commenting. We have so many people to give shout-outs to so far. We got Darren, we got Bill, we got Paul, we got Brian, we got Tim, we got James, Amanda we got Rick, Karen, let's see, who else? Robbie's joining. We have so much going on, and thank you all for joining us so far. This is actually the most people we've had in a little while. And
it's the start of this. We're just starting. Got Bill on there, Bill Kitchard there. He's in there too. I'm sorry about the late start today. And we had some little snafu there when I did the description on this earlier in the week. We had some people thought we were going on Tuesday night when, they thought it was, I didn't put it in there on the Thursday, but I had the thumbnail that said Thursday night. But so next time I'll do better on the description part of it when I write in there, if that's what you read a lot of. So, clearly, the question is coming from an amateur whiskey drinker, but can you pair snack foods with whiskey?
So I'm responding to it as we speak. I'm just letting her know, yes, Amanda, we actually just tried this out last week. So if you go watch our last episode, we did Bourbon 101, where Derek and Becca came up with the idea of let's pair some chocolates of different flavored chocolates. There was cocoa, there was a chili one, there was sea salt. There was the orange one, which was delicious.
Oh, the orange, yes, the orange chocolate. That was good.
And then the Cracker Jacks, and we tried them after and while sipping, and it was actually really interesting to see the different things and how much they really pair well together. So,
yeah, it was very good. Definitely. So, again, so we have our thing that we're doing tonight.
Snacks.
I love snacks. Everyone loves snacks. But tonight, we had posted, we talked a little bit about what we did before. And obviously, it's a school night tonight for some people, some of us are all, but we have a couple of whiskeys tonight. One, I have seen it a couple of places in Massachusetts, but I've had to drive out for them. We've seen the JW Dant. We saw this one. Show you the bottle of that. The JW Dant we have seen around. This one we picked up in Kentucky when we were down there. This was recommended by Damaris Phillips. If you've ever seen the Food Network, Damaris Phillips from the Food Network said that we should try this when we actually met her at the Rabbit Hole Distillery down there. She's a great person. You know, she probably talked to us for like half an hour, 40 minutes before our tour began, and she was just there picking up some grains that she was going to be using for some recipe she had. So we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be doing the American barrels. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this one before.
I've definitely had this before. I thought about it more after our conversation, Derek. I've definitely tried this, but like it was a random thing, and I was like, "Hey, it's cool. It looks like the end of a gun bullet."
It looks like the end of a like a shotgun shell or something. There's shotgun casing. You know, it's got got a snake wrapped around it. You know, a little freedom thing going on there. It's got the little dog tag hanging from it. Genius marketing right here. This is what you call genius marketing for bottle design. This catches your eye and makes you want to buy it. Now, the other thing that'll make you want to buy this is an experience. I'm going to talk about that. We've talked about it before, how your experience with a whiskey can change your perception of a whiskey or the actual flavor of a whiskey all in one.
Tell us your story, Derek. Tell us this awesome story. I can't wait.
Awesome story. Well, I'll bring back up the picture of this find here, American barrels. Me and the lovely Bourbon Babe were down in Florida on a vacation trip, a long weekend, and we went out to this nice burger bar, had live music going. We sat at the bar. The bartender was great, which makes the experience even better. And I was looking through the menu. I had a beer. Becca got one of her mixed drinks that she gets, one of her cocktails. And I was looking for a whiskey. Now I was flipping through, and they had the picture of this bottle was like an advertisement kind of a deal inside the whiskey the drinks menu. So I said, you know what? Just again, eye flash catchy, great marketing. I said, I want to try this one. Music playing in the background. The whiskey comes out. I'm with a beautiful lady. I'm drinking my whiskey. I am enjoying the palm trees are out there blowing in the breeze.
You're in your prime. You're in the best spot.
This was probably a burger like this had like cheese and half a pear on it. It was incredible. It was a great experience all around. And the whiskey to me was amazing. Yeah. We went back another night. I got the same whiskey again. I loved it. The music was playing, we may have had this exact same bartender actually. Again, another great night, a great experience.
I can picture this happening.
This right here is the first bottle I ever bought on a vacation that I had to bring back with me. We went and looked at like 5, 6, maybe 8 different liquor stores looking for this, and not to mention ones that I called to try to find it. We finally found it, and I went there and I bought it, packed it up, brought it home. Couldn't wait, to let it sit there for a little while. I was waiting for the moment to open it. Cracked the bottle up. I think we were outside on the deck, opened it, poured it, tried it, went, this is trash. I just put trash in my mouth. I don't know, and I've gone back to it a couple of times. It's very young. It's a young whiskey. You can taste it in it. But at the time, the experience, everything that I was dealing with, it was amazing. So a lot of times, maybe don't have such a good time when you're out, I guess, when you're trying whiskeys. I'm not sure if that's the key to it, but definitely it was the experience that sold this for me when I first, because I thought it was very good. But combined with the experience, everything that was going on at the time, it was amazing. But then when you try it on its own, it wasn't what I remembered it to be but part of that was the experience that I had with it. So, we're going to get this, Nick says he's tried it before. I've tried it a couple of times since, I don't know. It's okay. It really, it's just okay for me. But I'm going to pour a little bit out right now. I don't know if anybody else on here has seen it out there. I'm not sure if this is one. I have seen the bottle out before, so it's more around this area now, definitely. A little bit there. Oh, what do we got? Any comments?
I'm writing everyone's names down in case. I didn't know if we have anyone doing this tonight. Do we? Is Becca on this or no?
Yeah, Becca's on this tonight.
Okay. All right.
By myself.
I panicked. I was like, we can't leave people out again.
Okay. So.
Aaron in the building.
Aaron.
And if you don't know that reference, you got to go watch it, please.
Oh, that's one of the best ever. Actually, we were watching, what the heck was it last night? He has a game show. It was with Game On. Game On he had, and it was Gronkowski and Venus Williams was on it as contestants. It was very funny. They have some comedians on there too that they team up and they have to do stuff with the celebrities. So it's kind of cool, yeah. Texas Mike is here. Hey, Texas Mike, how you doing, buddy? No problem. You're not really late. We just got started a little while ago, bud. Oh, Facebook user. Who's this? Was
that's Aaron Lebrecht.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so people that are new to this, if you can, right above where we're going live right now on the Facebook, if you go down from this, press the C more, go right above where we're live, it says StreamYard, press that StreamYard in blue. That'll take you to a permissions page. Give it the permissions, and that way we can see what your comments are when you're posting on Facebook through StreamYard, because you have to give the permissions to do it. So if you wouldn't mind, that would be great, so we can see who's posting on Facebook here, because there's a 3-person operation. I got Nick on his phone, Becca's on the other computer. I'm trying to look at stuff too. Karen, yeah, Aaron. So yeah, so did you pour yours out yet, Nick? Your American Barrel? Or?
The American Barrel, yes. I poured out both, so I'm like, which one's which? That's why I specifically put like the label next to it, because I knew I would mess that right up. And normally when we do the blinds, folks, like I have the board, so like the cup, the glasses are all sitting with like the letters right in front of it or whatever it is, just to make sure I do not mix it up at all. So yeah, you give me the cue, my friend.
All right. Well, yeah. So let's get into this, sir. So you ready to whiskey?
I am ready and able.
All right. Let's go. Oh, you got a glass this time? Woo! Attaboy.
Folks, we just recorded 5 new blinds for you, and I messed that ding up in every episode.
Every episode. He said, I got to remember that the next one.
6 episodes, actually.
Yep.
And I messed it up every time.
Yes, it was 6 episodes because we did the little flashback real quick.
Yikes.
Dude, it's like got a...
That's nice. I mean,
it's got a light fruit note on it. It's like...
I can't wait for you to...
Tonight I'm getting kind of like a banana-ish note there. Banana Laffy Taffy, I think is what you call that.
Yeah, I'm getting banana. I'm getting a little bit of a melon. And folks, if you don't know, don't forget to comment below whether you're sipping along with us or if you're sipping something else. Let us know what you're drinking. And just by commenting, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitter, you're automatically getting entered into a raffle that we have a few fun little giveaways. A good giveaway, which I won't reference yet. Maybe I'll tell you after this one what we're doing at the end of the show. But then fun little backup ones that if you're a constant fan and you watch, you'll get a little fun treat.
I can't walk it.
Yeah, so we've got that. We definitely going to be going to do the little giveaway. We'll have that. We'll have a couple of samples bottles also. We've got some shrubs we're going to be giving away. What is a shrub, you may ask? No, I'm not going to be sending bushes to your house or anything like that. Shrub is a little fruit mix with some sugar water, basically. You some fresh fruit, and you make a shrub mixture that you can put into a cocktail. And guess what? There will be a cocktail later on, and you'll be getting one of these coming to you if you win the drawing. So...
I literally was just like, maybe I'll tell you. And then Derek's like, no, I'm going to exactly tell you right now. And
I'm just going to tell you that part of it anyway, that you're getting a shrub, because I did a whole commercial for the shrub too. So you know how to make a shrub in 60 seconds, how to make, well, it doesn't take 60 seconds to make a shrub, but it takes a little longer.
Yeah, but it's not too hard. And I was honestly contemplating for a while just making my own simple syrup. And I mean, you pretty much shrub is like a flavored simple syrup.
It's a flavored maple. It's a flavored simple syrup, basically. It is. I mean, we've gone shrub crazy here. We have a strawberry shrub, a blackberry shrub. We have a mixed berry shrub, and we just did a pineapple shrub. So we've gone kind of silly with the shrubs lately. But I'm all out of mason jars right now, so there won't be any more shrubs until we work our way through these. So. We're on our way.
Now, I like this.
Of course you do, Nick. Of course you do. I even said, I think we were talking.
You know what it makes? You know what it reminds me of?
Nick's going to love this one. Nick's going to go, I got to go buy this bottle tomorrow.
I kind of would. It honestly reminds me of being in a tropical place, eating like a giant burger, dancing the night away to live music.
Exactly. That's what you get sucked into. You see, that's all in your head right now. I painted the perfect picture for you.
I'm there, man. You brought me.
I did. I brought you there. I brought you to Kokomo.
So yeah, folks, the shrub is really easy to make and it's really tasty. So stay tuned for that later. But let's hop back into this. What are you getting, Derek? I like it. It's still very fruity. And
yeah, it's got a lot of those fruit notes in there. You're getting a little bit of light cinnamon on the palate, not so much on the nose for me. On the palate, I'm getting a light oak in there. Some of the baking spice in the background, but also like a appley note, I think, on there on the palate.
Yeah, and like almost similar to the last one. I'm still getting like a peppery note in the back in the finish. Before, but it's a smooth peppery note. It's very nice.
Now, the thing with this is this whiskey alone, like when you go look up reviews on it, the reviews are all over the place. Like the barrel, we do our chug jug scale. They have their, 0 to 100 scale. Some of them do. This one averages like in the 60s to like the 70s, 80-ishes for ranges of what people are rating this at. And they go all over from they hate it to it's okay to it's good. But I have yet to see something like this is the greatest whiskey any person's ever tried. I have not seen that one.
So where would you rank in those numbers?
Here's the whole thing. And literally
let me start from the beginning. Let me go back to the
beginning again. Maybe in case you missed what I said earlier. Your experiences change all the time. Your palate changes all the time. I just tried this again the other day to see if it was still where I thought it was. And today it's different. But now I don't know if it's because of the ryes that we tried earlier, throwing my palate off maybe a little bit because literally we just went from that other live right to this. Yeah. So still going fresh off that 120 proof rye to come to here, and then another really actually high percentage rye that was right behind it too.
I'm getting melon on the palate.
Yeah, there's a lot going. I mean, this has a lot. They're all subtle notes. I did actually get some notes on this. Price, I don't know. I think it was like $45 when I bought the bottle at the time. The American Barrels Bourbon. Now, this is from their own website. Now, I don't know if they changed the mash bill or not. This was the one I just got it off today. It says 70% corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley. This is what they gave for flavor notes on it. They said Goldilocks flavor with just the right amount of oak. Perfectly balanced sweet to spice recipe. Smoked caramel and vanilla on the nose complements a dark cherry finish. I'm not really getting the cherry. I'm getting more of that orchard fruit on the palate. But now I looked up another review. Now, this was a review. That first notes was actually from the distiller. I looked up another set of notes from another place that did this in 2016 or 2015. They did the notes. Now, they had a totally different mash bill written down for this. So I don't know if the company's changed its mash bill since then. Okay. And I don't know which mash bill I have here. This bottle is a little bit older. So their mash bill, they said they had out of this was a 60% corn, 36% rye, and a 4% malted barley. It's an unstated amount of time for this. It doesn't say what the age statement is on this. It's just a bourbon whiskey. So, I mean, it could be a year or up or anywhere in there. It could be 30 days. I don't know. It doesn't say. It says the retail is about $30. The appearance, light almond, a little on the watery side. The nose is sweet and a bit nutty, spicy, like a cardamom mixed with chocolate with a hint of over-ripened mango. So Nick was going down that road, some tropical fruits in there. He had, some melons and whatnot. Yeah. On the palate, the first sip is mostly alcohol burn. It's only 90 proof. I'm not getting any alcohol burn off this whatsoever. More than you'd expect for 90 proof. The flavor palette opens up a bit after and has the overtones of melon, toffee, and just a hint of, Becca loves it, bubblegum.
I can see the bubblegum.
Bitterness lingers afterwards. Yeah, they're saying bubblegum in there. So
okay. Yeah. I like it. I can't say I don't, man. I'm going to tell you right now. This is like you want to do scores?
Yours, right? Yeah,
What's your score on this one out of the chug jugs?
Today, honestly, dude, I'm gonna go like 2.5 for me.
Wow.
2.5, my friend, for me for this.
You didn't like it?
It's okay. Again, it's okay, but it's really weak on all the flavor profiles I prefer. It's all very subtle, and for a bourbon that's coming off, 90, I'm expecting more out of it. But it's also young, so you can actually taste that little bit of greenness to it, if you want to put it that way, in the background on it. So it's a younger whiskey, so it hasn't fully developed. And I also think they do like a barreling stave kind of a deal. They kind of try to speed the process up for aging with this one, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I'd give this a 3.5 out of 5.
Ooh, I knew it. I think I told Becca the other day, I said, Nick's going to love this one. Watch. I said, he's going to give this like a 5.
It was so good. Immediately I contemplated a 4. Like, really? I was like, this is delicious. It's really good, but like you said, we did just come off of something. So I don't want to go in and rate it super high and then come back to it maybe in a day or two and be like, was it there? So stay tuned on our social media platforms. I'll let you know what I think. But for right now, I would give it a 3.5. It's still an enjoyable sipper. It's everything I like in a flavor profile. But so in a way, I'm not surprised, Derek, your score is low, but I wanted to see what you were going to say. Because I like that fruity note.
I don't think it's ever going to go higher than that, but who knows? I mean, the thing is, we've never done this blind. And this could come out on a blind, and it's just the night that my palate just loves it for whatever reason, and I'll give it like a 4. So who knows?
Your palate's just going to whisper to you.
It may. I don't know. Fall in love with me again.
Yeah. Let's go back to the Bahamas. Come on, pretty mama.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what it needs to do, because
you're going to dream of this tonight. I'm going to get some hilarious texts.
You're going to get something tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'll get some. I mean, but honestly, dude, I mean, literally, like I said, the marketing that went into the actual bottle itself is amazing. It really is. It's a very cool bottling. And this, I don't know how many people got sucked in by that. And actually asking that, I was talking to I was just chatting with them, but the Just Drinking guys on their channel, I was asking them if it's the same with rum bottles, if they get sucked into a rum bottle that looks nice and then it's a terrible rum bottle when they try. They say, yeah, it happens with those too. I guess it's universal. Everything's like that.
I mean, it's like those pirate rums I found that time. There were a couple bottles that looked super cool, and then I tasted it and I was like, gross. That tasted like they had saved it for years, like way longer than you should.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's never good.
No. So, no, I like it. Let's move on to the next one.
Did anybody post what they're drinking tonight? What are we?
Nobody has yet. Nobody. Oh no, Darren said Maker's 46.
It's because you have a terrible New England accent.
No, I do have it
from Boston.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of
the dark cherry
finish. The dark, it's wicked dark
cherry.
Talking about the New England accent, I got another story for you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. Well, my past life and my other job I did, which is still a mystery to many who are on here, follow us, but those who know me know what I used to do. I was at a training in Indiana, and me, another guy that worked with me, we went out with a couple of other people. And when we were driving out, on our way back to the hotel, we stopped at a liquor store. And now these guys are all from like I want to say like central US of A, so like Indiana, Ohio-ish up there, the higher parts. And I said, yeah, let's stop in over here and we're going to go inside there. I said, right, we're going to go in there, huh? And right, so then I became a pirate for the rest of the night. Everybody was like, and, putting their hand over their eye. It was hilarious for everyone, let me tell you, except for me, because I was driving and I was getting pissed off by the second every time someone said something.
Oh, I bet. Well, at least they didn't fall asleep.
You don't realize how much of an accent you have until you either listen to yourself on video or someone translates for you. Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah.
I had to be Have you ever been translated before?
Not me.
I had to be translated. We were actually down visiting Bourbon Bay Beck's friend down in Pennsylvania one time, and we were paying, and for the meal, we were at a restaurant. I said, here, I handed my credit card. I'm going to pronounce it properly, but I said, here, just put it on the card. Now, I said, put it on the card. The waiter literally took it, like, just looked at me, weird. Very odd, and I said, he goes, excuse me? I said, put it on the card. I said, put it on the card. So literally the girl we're with has to go like, he means put it on his card.
His card.
To pronounce it out with the hard D at the end because he thought I was speaking a foreign language. Had no idea. I was then also, we also went to like a little fair, and a person there, I went up to a booth and I said, "Hey, can I get a large Coke?" They said, "Wait a minute."
A what?
No, a what? I said, "A large Coke." I said,
Large.
"Say it again." So where? They go, "Where are you from?" I said, "You're from Boston, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Say it again." Now they call over everybody from the booth.
They're like, "Come listen to this goober."
Listen, dude, order this. Go ahead, say what you want again. I said, "I want a large Coke." And they are laughing. All right.
Wow. You had a time.
It was something. It's rough. It's not easy.
Let's all pick on the tourist.
It's not easy being from New England. It's not.
Yeah.
We're a hardy people.
So we got some people in here. We got Darren saying he was drinking the Maker's 46. James is drinking the Weller's Private Reserve. Amanda's drinking her Malibu, which I know where she got that from. She said, but if she busted out that Tennessee Fire, she'd be out of commission real fast, and I know that. So Jeff about to pour some Black Barrel and Buffalo Trace. Black Barrel for Faith and some Buffalo Trace for himself.
Yes.
And it's interesting he says that. So I actually shared Black Barrel with my brother and one of our best friends, and they really liked it too. And I showed them the Kentucky Swig and all that stuff, and they were like,
Old Ezra.
"Oh wow, this is amazing!" And then you're never gonna believe what my brother pulled out of nowhere. He was like, "Hey, I just got this the other day. What do you think of this?" And what do you think's the box he pulled out?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. What did he pull out?
The Dalmore 12, and I go, "Johnny Gill, best friend in the biz."
Oh my god, dude, really?
And I tell that story, and I realize that story is only funny to you and I don't care. It's still an amazing story. So, because I was telling the story, and I was like, "That's it?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's it." But it's a great story to me. And I'm like, "I guess." I was like, "Well, I'm gonna end this conversation now," and I just walked away.
Brian Souzer asked what the whiskey was we're drinking. It's American Barrels whiskey. It's a bourbon whiskey, not anything else. Just American Barrels bourbon whiskey. That's what we're trying right now. Sipping on a little bit. We're going to be changing over in a minute to a little JW Dant. Now they said in the notes for the American Barrel, they said that they were getting it at retail wherever they were around $30, but that was a while ago. Like I said, when I picked it up, I think it was like $40, $45, and that was down in Florida where we grabbed it. Around here, I've seen it. I can't remember what the price was, and I'd have to do a lot of research because it's not at the usual places where that carry the prices or carry this. So, so you want to get into the other one, sir, and see how that is? All right. Well, I'm going to move that out of the way for the time being. Get my whole bottle here because we don't mess around.
Wow, and Paul is drinking Weller Antique 107.
Old Ezra, Lead Slinger.
Lead Slingers, yeah.
Old Ezra.
Oh,
my. Yeah. Oh, my. This is a bottled in bond, son.
Well, I'm going to wait. I actually went to go start sniffing. I got a small whiff. I was like, wait, we didn't cheers. And I ran away.
Yeah. All right, you ran away. I thought you already stuck your nose deep in there and were like, oh, no, I made a mistake.
Not too deep. Not too deep.
I actually want to do one thing. I want to thank all our viewers from last week because our video that we did, our live last week, is up over like almost 600. It's over 600 views. Yeah. 620 the last time I checked. So thanks to everyone for sharing it.
Yes,
that was huge. I mean, that last week's live blew up.
That was like the biggest one we've actually
That's our biggest live we've ever had for as far as views on one of our lives. So between all of our, it's all because of Bourbon Babe. That's what she says. She says that was because she was on the episode. So we draw in that other, set of people that just want to see a Bourbon Babe. What is a Bourbon Babe? We have one. We have a Bourbon Babe.
Maybe that'll be our next still
She's
picture.
Actually a certified Bourbon Babe too.
She is certified
Bourbon Steward. That's pretty good. I think so. I think it's pretty good for her. She only got a 98 on the test. Again, I got 100. Just to reiterate that.
Becca, you will never live that down, ever.
Never.
Ever. And if you got 100, you still would have lost because he would have said he got bonus credit or something.
He did because he smelled the hearts and the tails and I missed it.
So Texas Mike would like us to compare the JW Dant with an Evan Williams bottled in bond. Okay. I do have the Evan Williams bottled in bond. I actually went out and bought another one, Mike, because the last one I had bought, I did the with the cinnamon sticks from the last experiment, that we tried, which was amazing, by the way. That came out really good. Amazing. That little cinnamon whiskey with the
was that Christmas time?
Yeah, that was a little bit after that we did that one, I think,
it?
but it was around there. It was one of the flavoreds that we did.
Yep.
We showed it at the end of a Flavored Friday episode, I think.
Gotcha.
And we, how we did it. It was only a week. Put a couple cinnamon sticks inside a regular bottle. We used the, the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. Dropped a couple cinnamon sticks in there, let it sit about a week, strained it out, and it is an amazing cinnamon whiskey that's 100 proof.
It was mind-boggling how delicious it was, and even to the point of then we were brainstorming different drinks you could make, like a hot toddy with it, or even could you throw it in maybe an eggnog or something. We were going all over the place with it. It was really good. So
yes, it was very good. But yeah, that's something we can do in the future. Maybe we'll do a bottled and bond off. We'll get a couple of different ones from different bottled and bonds. Maybe do 3 of them and compare them side by side and see which one comes out on top. That's a great idea. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Always looking for ideas, things that we can do. Let us know if you like the lives. That's the other thing too. We're doing these regularly now, coming out, doing these weekly, trying to get them out on Thursdays, same day, same everything. We were bouncing back and forth, but then we decided on one day, we're just going to do that one all the time. So, Paul Lavelli's drinking a little El Weller Antique. Oh, Paul Lavelli. I actually grabbed the bottle of Weller 12 the other day. I managed to find one. Unbelievably, it was a unicorn out there in the wild. I lassoed it, grabbed it, threw it in my truck, and took it home. So I lucked out on that one.
Nice. And then my buddy James is over there drinking some Eagle Rare. So
Eagle Rare, that's always a solid choice. Always a solid choice. Actually, is that Mr. Finch? Because I've been messaging back and forth with him on a regular. He's been showing me his collection, what he's got, building up his collection there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and hi to my friend Sarah, who just joined a few minutes ago. Hi, Sarah.
Oh, didn't miss her on there.
No, she didn't comment. I just saw that she joined. Yeah.
Comment so you can enter. Comment so you can enter in on the drawing later on, folks.
Yep.
All right. So you ready to get into this? Are you ready to whiskey?
Ready and able. Aha. Ding. I don't know which one to ding first anymore.
Yeah,
now I'm getting all dinged out.
All right.
That's really nice.
Again, now the thing is like you would expect, it's 100 proof. It comes in easier than that on the nose. I'm not getting some of them are really punchy at 100 proof. This one is nice.
Yeah, the fact that this is 100 proof, it's kind of smooth on the nose. Mellow? No, mellow is a better
mellow
word.
On the nose, I would say. Yeah, that's good.
But a lot of malt right up front.
Yeah, malt. I'm getting some brown sugar, a light oak, maybe a little fruit note in there too in the back.
Yep, like a dark cherry. Actually, you know what?
It may be more of an appley kind of pear.
Oh, an appley pear. I was thinking I'm getting more of that fig, almost darker.
Oh,
fruit.
Okay. You're going that darker
Yeah, and I'm getting and now I'm gonna say vanilla, but it's gonna bite me, and it's totally.
It may not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We actually had
a coin?
The vanilla caramel.
Yeah, we're getting the vanilla caramel going on. I was surprised that in the show we just came from too, that it was kind of fun at first. I felt people were a little reserved in sharing what they were getting, and then once people fed off each other, that's one thing that you guys do really well with us too, is when people do have them and feeding off with us. Last week was really good. So don't forget, comment, let us know what you're drinking, how you're drinking it, and are you pairing it with a snack?
Ooh, are you pairing it with snacks tonight? Are you having chocolate with your bourbon, which is never a bad thing? Again, you missed our episode last week. A lot of the distilleries, when you do their tastings afterwards, they always have most of them will have a pairing of a chocolate of some sort. And a lot of times they highlight that with their ryes to bring out different notes in their rye. But it goes great with bourbon, chocolate and bourbon. And, we did, like Nick had said there, we did a chili. We did a orange chocolate, a chili chocolate. We did a sea salt. And what was the other one? Was there a nut? No, we didn't do the nut. We just did the 70% regular cacao there. Milk chocolate. No, dark chocolate.
Did you say the cow?
The cow. The milk cow.
Did I hear him correctly? We did that light cow.
The light cacao.
The light cacao.
Yeah, that was me stuttering saying cow.
All right, I'm going in.
All right, buddy. No, you're not. I have to invite her. Hold on,
That's Amanda Lebret.
boy. Yeah, because I have to invite Becca in so she can see so she can screen share her Wheel of Fortune with us later.
Wheel of
Fortune. That's
Don't
right.
copyright us, please. Wow.
What are you getting on the tongue there, sir? On the palate?
I'm actually getting a little bit of that cacao that you were talking about.
The cacao?
No, I get a little bit of that chocolate note going on. And I mean, another nice sipper. There's no, for being a high barrel proof, I mean, this is not coming in that hot.
No, it's 100 proof, so it's not.
Yeah, but we just tried a 100 proof the other day. That was like flamethrower status.
Yeah, well, that's true too. They come off different, and that's the beauty of bourbons and whiskeys in general is that they all come off different. It could be the age, it could be what they're doing. It has to do with the barreling, where it was barreled in the rickhouse and whatnot, and the different spices and everything that goes along with it that adds to it.
So we have on YouTube, Texas Mike saying he always has a chunk of Jack cheese with his whiskey.
We had talked about that last week too. We did have some cheeses that we didn't get to. We had a Parmesan. We had another one you could do is cheddar, Jack cheese.
It's kind of like how do you say it? Charcuterie board? I can never say
charcuterie.
Yeah, that's what it is. Charcuterie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. I can never say that word, and that's a thing on my menu.
I'm amazed I got it out the first time because usually I butcher it myself. We have a couple of charcuterie boards ourselves down cellar that we haven't used yet, but that was going to be for the tastings at the studio that we were supposed to do. That got canceled when the pandemic started, so hopefully we can do those afterwards at some point and get those done with those people that wanted to have it. So.
And we also got Faith Martin saying she's having dark chocolate with her black barrel. So I love a good dark chocolate. Like Hershey's Special Dark. Oh, man. We got Brian Souza. Throw that up. That's Brian Souza. So he said, have you tried Tennessee Thunder Road? I will bring you back bring you one back. Is he away?
I guess he travels a lot. He does he's a Reverend minister, I believe. And that's what he does. And he travels all over. He does a lot of the different events and stuff like that. So he's all over the place a lot. So yeah, that'd be great, Brian, if you could. I have never heard of that one. I would love to try that though. If you wouldn't mind, I'm good for it. I will pay you for it when you get back. But definitely you have my number. You can text me when you get that and I will reach out to you. We'll make a day and we'll just meet up. That would be great. I appreciate it greatly. So, guys, caramel corn and bourbon is life. James Finch. It really is, because when you try that corn and that, it opens up, well, really with anything, with the chocolates and all of that, it opens up a whole different set of senses and, notes that you weren't getting before. It helps things on the nose and on the palate, more so on the palate for me a lot of the times. You open up some different things that you weren't getting before, and it makes them more intense, really, which is very nice.
Okay, so I do need to go get a few things so that we can do the next segment.
Okay.
So I'll let you talk, but before I go, friends, if you don't know our Laffy Taffy jokes, they're coming in tonight. A live one right here.
I thought these were dead, but they're back. The Laffy Taffy jokes are back.
What does a ghost call their partner?
Ghost call their partner? I don't know what.
My boo.
That was terrible. Oh, my boo. So while Nick's doing that, getting his stuff ready. Oh, actually, you know what I will? I will show you the commercial that I had put together here on how to make a shrub. It takes about 60 seconds, if that's what I said it in it, but it's actually 65, so I'm sorry for that, but I had to add something I forgot and it went over my time limit. But so here it is right here. Going to show you the amazing little 60-second instructions on how to make a delicious fruit shrub. 60-second instructions on how to make a fruit shrub. Here it comes.
We can get the wheel and name shared.
Okay, that's it, folks. That's all they wrote for the screen share there. So we're going to get that off, and I'm back. So that's really quick, 60 seconds of, basic instruction on how to make a shrub. I will put those down in the description too. I'll do that tomorrow sometime. I'll get it in the description if you're more interested in it. I'm also going to put out a little bit longer video. It's going to be about 5 minutes. It actually explains it a little bit more in depth as I'm going along with some video to cover it. So I'll be putting that out also. Maybe this weekend I'll throw that up, post it up. So that'll be up sometime this weekend, but I'll definitely put it down in the description down below. So if you want to make a shrub, you can. It's super simple. It takes probably total, all the cooking time there. It's like 15 minutes to stew it, then let it cool down for 10. Once you put it and you mash out the actual fruit in through the strainer, another 5 minutes. So it's probably like a half hour, maybe 35 minutes tops for everything from beginning to end. Cut the fruit up and do all that. So it's fairly simple and not bad. I hope everybody did the volume come through on that, everyone, because that's the first time I may have had a successful screen share where volume came through. So let me know in the comments if the actually did come through. Somebody, if you heard the music and everything like that, that was supposed to come through anyway on that. If not, I got some more work to do. Nick is still getting ready. He's
the vinegar was a surprise.
Yeah, the vinegar, huh? Yeah, vinegar is in there. We did a little experiment. You'll see it in the video. We did it with apple cider vinegar. And that vinegar, for whatever reason, was stronger than the regular white vinegar. So I think we're going to stick with the white vinegar from now on with it, or we're going to have to reduce the amount of apple cider vinegar we put in because it almost like kind of overpowered one of the shrubs that we did do. Everything else we've done with the white, but that was that mixed berry one we did with brown sugar, which was fine. But it was the actual apple cider vinegar what kind of messed it up a little bit. Let me get Nick back in. There he is, and he's back.
I'm back.
Yep. So, yep. Okay, James Fisher. Yep, sounded fine. Okay, good. I'm glad the volume went through. I had the problem the last time with that when I tried to do Nick's 300 salute. Right before I got smashed by Warner Brothers and everyone else. I didn't even play the sound. It was just the actual picture of it coming up for whatever reason got me like a copyright, not like infringement kind of a deal, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't one of the bad ones that goes against your channel or anything like that. So, Nick, do you have all your stuff you need for your drink, my friend?
I think we're good to go. It's a pretty simple cocktail that Becca and I made up on the fly the day I did the live 2 weeks ago. I said, make sure you have your Makers 46 for the next couple weeks. It would be a good help. And let's get started. So here's what I need. Derek, can you throw me out so I'm a little, so we're both zoomed out so they can see a little bit better?
I'm just going to zoom in on you, buddy, so they can just see you.
Just me.
Just you. I'll just put my voice in the background, breathing heavy.
Great. I can't wait for that. So everyone, welcome. And this was something I specifically did for Becca. She gave me she basically laid it all out for me and was like, can you figure this out? And I said, sure, let's do it. So you need some ice and a glass, obviously, to pour your drink into afterwards. You're only going to be able to see part of it if I can kind of tilt it down a little. Here we go. All right. So here's what you need. You need your whiskey. So I'm using the Makers 46. You need lemonade. So what I'm doing for lemonade is I'm actually using something called Loyal Lemonade. Loyal Lemonade is one of the best alcoholic lemonades I've ever been able to find so far, in my own opinion. I love this stuff. It's delicious. So I'm going to be using that. This is going to be a strong cocktail. We're not making no little average Joe here. And last, the strawberry shrub. And like, Derek was saying, you can do a bunch of different shrubs. So here's what you got to do. You need a little jigger, and you need to be able to pour 2 ounces of the bourbon first, or the whiskey, whatever you're using. So the Makers, I'm going to put 2 of these. Okay. So ultimately, we're making a what? You added it up. You figured it out. You're right. It's a strawberry lemonade shrub. It's like going to be delicious, right? I know. So put those 2 ounces in. Now I need an ounce of the shrub. Okay. So I need 1 more ounce of not 1 more, but 1 ounce of the shrub. I'm going to almost fill it almost all the way and dump that right in. Use this to taste. If it's not sweet enough for you, then add a little bit more. Don't go crazy. If you go too sweet, you're going to kill the flavor. You're going to make a bad cocktail. Becca and Derek can tell you that because they struggled with it for a little bit before I was able to fix it up for them. So then the rest, you just top it off. You can either pour it in or measure it out, whichever way you want. So I'll just show you the measuring out way. 1, 2, 3. What comes after 3, everyone? 4. Good job. Okay. Then what you want to do, stir it, shake it, whichever way you prefer. Everyone, that's always been a joke for years, especially when it comes to like James Bond. Shake it, not stirred. So it's up to you what you want to do. I'm going to shake over here so it doesn't go in your ear as best as I can. That strawberry is going to shake up in there, the shrub, and it comes out mighty tasty. Usually you would strain this over just regular fresh ice. I'm just going with a glass. So I'm just going to pour it in. One last mix in. Folks, I'm telling you right now, this is a drink of the summer. You can do all different types. We got black raspberry. I know Derek's working on a pineapple version right now. There's all different flavors you can do. So cheers, kinfolk. Hope you enjoy this recipe. Derek, come on and join us.
I'm back. That dude. I actually just made it myself at the same time. I whipped it up. I had a little of the blackberry. That's what the one I had.
Ooh.
So
I was gonna say yours looks a little bit darker than mine. I had a feeling you went with it.
Yeah, I went with the blackberry. I didn't go with the mixed berry one that we had done. This was the Bourbon Babe grabbed me the blackberry, so we did the blackberry one.
Nice.
But,
and my lighting is not helping. My light, folks, is coming right above, so it's shooting down. So this looks orangish. It's really not. I don't know is it looking orange? I guess it's a little red in the other picture. It looks
like iced tea right now. That's what the color of it is. Like an iced tea, like that.
It is more of a like light pink reddish. So just so you know, it actually looks like probably a little bit lighter than the color of the top of this bottle. So it's just the lighting in here ain't that good.
Yeah, we've been messing around with these cocktails. We've been trying the shrubs, and like I had made one at first, and I put way too much shrub in. All what you need is an ounce. Do not go over that ounce. Maybe a little bit more than that. I was putting in like 2-3 ounces, and oh my goodness, it was woo. That was all what you would get was that vinegary bite to it, no sweetness. So definitely go easy on the shrub. It's strong. Now, according to the internet, this shrub is supposed to be shelf stable because of the amount of vinegar that we're putting in there. So we've been running a little experiment. We've had one in the other room. It's been sitting up there for about a week and a half now, and it's still good. So it is technically it's shelf stable. So
and the one you gave me was perfectly fine in the fridge. I mean, I quickly gave it a quick shake, but it really didn't need it. It didn't settle like we thought it was going to. So great shelf life.
Nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, for the most part, I mean, like I said, we use those big mason jars. We keep that in there, and just give it a little shake before you use it. If you plan on making the shrubs, and just give it a shake and then spit it out. What's up?
So what mason jar in the little tip?
Oh,
right on the top.
So mason jar here. We got the big 24-ounce mason jar. We also on top here, I put the it's blackberry and the date that we made it. That I put it together, so that way you always have like how long it's been sitting around, because you know how it is. Sometimes you're into something, you're trying it a lot, you're drinking a lot, and then you make so much of it, and then you forget how long it's been in there.
Yeah,
real quick, just some painter's tape on top of the can. Very easy done. Oh, you know what? Let me I didn't get into any of the notes on the other one, my friend.
Which one?
The JW Dant. The JW Dant.
My goodness. How did we skip out on that?
I know.
Got lost in the laugh.
That is very cheap. Now, depending where you are in the country, that can go anywhere from like $13. We got it. It was $17 when we purchased that one. So the price varies a little bit, but it's still in that low, below $20 range. This is a Heaven Hill product. It's 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. In the mash bill. The color golden amber. On the nose, banana and a nuttiness are the first notes to jump out of the glass, followed by sweet corn, oak, vanilla, and white-skinned fruits. So a white-skinned fruit, what would that be? A peach? Peachy. So that's a peach note. Very much a classic Heaven Hill nose. On the palate is a nutty nose. The nose carries through to the palate along with an almost salt-like quality. Salted peanuts? Sure. Plenty of caramel and corn characteristics are present as well. The finish is long, spicy, and lingers for quite some time. Oak dominates with a more subtle baking spice, nutmeg, and black pepper finish.
I don't even know where mine went.
Oh, wow. No caring. He doesn't even care.
No, you know what happened was I got up to do this, and I have like 4 glasses over here. So I don't think it's that one. And I put my glass down to get up and go do this.
To get up.
Darren was wondering what this was called again, and I'm not sure, Darren, if you meant what people were talking about or the drink I made. If I clarified or didn't clarify, just let us know, because I did. We're still trying to think up names for a lot of the cocktails that we have been creating on our own. I mean, this is stuff we're whimming up. There's another one coming soon. You'll see that I kind of just made up. I told you about it on the golf course the other day. So, we're still thinking of names for different things that we're kind of coming up with, but everything's experimental right now.
Yeah,
so.
we're trying different things. Like last week was a great week for it when we did the Bourbon 101. We had a lot of we had those Maker's Marks, which were the Maker's Mark 46 is really good in this. It's got a lot in it, but it still carries through the actual mixed drink. So I like to still be able to taste some bourbon in a mixed drink, and it still carries through with this. So the Maker's Mark 46 was perfect for this one. That is a great cocktail. That really is. That is soup. That is great for the summer.
Isn't it?
And
it's it was funny, when I was, I didn't tell Darren a thing, but we're on the golf course, and I just basically told him listen, stay tuned this week. This is gonna be a fun one. And he's like, and I said it's a fun summer drink, and he's like, better than the bourbon, limoncello lemonade we basically did. I said, yeah, it could beat it. I think this is gonna beat it. So depends on which avenue you're going, but if you're trying to go plain, I would, like a plain bourbon lemonade, I'd go that limoncello route, Darren. Into everyone else. But if you're going more of the route of, a flavored lemonade, I'd go this route, because I think, like we've said, all these different flavors you can make with the shrub, it's amazing, and they blend really well together. So,
and Nick had a great idea to use these lemonades that have a little bit of alcohol in those, so you're getting a little bit more booziness going on.
I was going to say, be careful; it'll creep up. Yeah, be careful. You
can
use regular lemonade.
Yeah, but we do have the regular lemonade too that works. But those you can do it with a regular lemonade. But that one is he had the idea, said, oh, maybe that lemonade. And, that was his idea for that, to make it a little bit more boozy than it was before. And it is actually very good. But be careful, because I can tell you, those will sneak up on you fast.
I always think it's so weird, because I always think martini style. I rarely try to think of a chaser that a mixer that's going to kill the flavor, like a soda water or anything like that. So my initial reaction was, well, we could do regular lemonade. Or I know this other lemonade, and that's kind of where we came with this. So, yeah. Ooh,
the Burberry.
The Burberry. Yeah,
the
you
Burberry.
said better.
Burberry.
The Burberry.
Burberry.
That's fun.
That's a nice name. I like that one.
Yep, I like that. All right.
So when we make it big, Amanda's going to have dibs on the name.
We'll have to give her copyright.
A little copyright. We'll put this in cans and sell it.
So, folks, tonight, your big giveaway everyone's been wanting. We will give you, Becca will give you 2 minutes. Not even. It's counting right now. You need to comment below if you want to be into this giveaway tonight. And the giveaway is, it's going to be a little bit of Maker's Mark. So you're going to get a Maker's Mark. You're going to get some shrub. You're going to get a Loyal Lemonade. And you're going to be able to make this at home yourself. So
Lemonade.
We're giving this to you so you can try it out yourself. And the backup prizes, Derek, should we wait until it's time to do the picking, or should we tell them right now?
We'll tell them right now. The backup prize is basically going to be I have a couple of the small Maker's Marks left. So you're going to get one of the nip bottles of the Maker's Mark, the small one, and you're also going to get one of the shrubs. I'll send the shrub to you. The lemonade, you're going to have to either use regular lemonade or go find the Loyal Lemonade out there at your local store. But that'll be the runner-up prizes. Will have 2 of those. So you'll each get a shrub, and you'll each get one of the Maker's Mark's nip bottles. So understand, when I send the actual shrub to you, these are 2-ounce bottles. So you're going to use half of this, or make sure you have a jigger. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would try to use a jigger, folks. So look, I just made, if you watch me watch a second one too, because I know I'm going to want one. I know Michaela's going to want one. So what I did was I basically made it. And look, I still have enough and a little bit left to maybe make a smaller version of the cocktail at the very end, a lighter version. So, use it. You could basically do a third, and a third, really. So you get the most out of your bottle.
Yeah, because really 2 ounces should be just to the shoulder on this. When you pour it out is really 2 ounces. And I kind of went over on these, a couple of them. So definitely use a jigger. just so you're only getting an ounce, because you can eye it. You get a little bit more, maybe a little over an ounce. That won't be bad. But if you just dump that whole bottle in, way too much for one drink. That is way too much.
Yeah,
you only want to use half that bottle.
And
just
then,
so disclosure, full up front.
Full up front disclosure. But did you mention? No, you did not. And I'm very excited for this one. With those nips, aren't they getting something else?
Oh, they are going to get something else. Right here, we are going to send you some.
What is it?
Laffy Taffies. You'll be getting some of those. Oh, and you can do your own little tasting, because with those, we'll also send, and we'll even send it with the Greg, because we have 3 of them. So,
Cracker Jacks
right there. So you'll get a box of the Cracker Jacks for the grand prize winner. The 2 runners up will also get the box of that too. So we'll ship all that out together. Some Laffy Taffies. You'll get some of those. You guys can read jokes, maybe make friends if you guys want with each other.
We could join a group together.
Jokes all day long. You can't get enough of the Laffy Taffy jokes, kids. You just can't. They're there. You just do them.
It's so funny. When I came up with that idea, Derek, I was like, I remember like when you guys came up, and then Becca had also thought of it too, and I was like, but the Laffy Taffy joke has been going on so long, so why not throw that in there? And we will be doing some comparison with a Laffy Taffy soon. Becca brought up something very interesting, which we said we would do for her on the camera. Is it a Laffy Taffy banana she's getting, or is it a now and later banana? And now those flavors are very similar, so she actually gave me both. So stay tuned for that soon.
We'll be doing one of those. We have the, what are these, the now and later's little chewy banana, we got going on there. So we'll do that on one of the shows. We'll do a comparison with that. We'll see if we'll get any banana notes in the whatever whiskey we're trying at the time.
Yep.
So, put down in the comments here too, as you're watching, things that you'd like to see us do on the live, maybe a different whiskey. We already have the Bottled in Bonds, Texas Mike put that out there. He'd like to see it do a little comparison with the JW Dant and the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond. Something else maybe someone would like to see. T-shirts. Paul, it is funny you should mention T-shirts. I ordered some T-shirts the other day and put a rush order on them, and they did not come in yet. So I was supposed to have T-shirts by tonight, and that was going to be one of the giveaways, was going to be a couple of T-shirts. They were some of the basic ones. We had 2 versions going on. We had one, they just say keeping it neat, YouTube channel about all things whiskey was going to be on the front, and on the back we were going to have, I don't think I have anything big, but let me check here to show. Well, it was going to be this basically up here in the corner, but it'd be way bigger than that, but you can't really see it. So I really can't do that one. Yeah, over there.
Went away.
Yeah, up there. But it was going to be Abel. Wait. Oh, there.
It's like when a cat touches like the red dot on the wall or something.
So basically, it's that little thing there. It says keeping it neat, and then it's "Are you ready to whiskey?" with Abel the Armadillo in there, and it was going to be Abel was going to be in full color, and we have
this is actually really hard.
The outline of it around the outside there. So that was going to come through, but they're not in yet. So maybe the next show we'll have something for a little T-shirt giveaway.
Please. Oh my gosh, Texas Mike's comment on YouTube. Shucks, I thought it was a signed photo of Derek and Nick. We'll make you a special calendar, Texas.
Yeah, we'll
Mike.
do something. We've actually been signed. One of the bottles we gave away, we signed.
Ooh, Darren, bourbon and a barbecue. I love that idea. I love that idea.
Yeah, well, I'll throw some.
Derek's got a smoker.
Out to you.
I think he means for an episode. Yeah, just open a box of ribs and meats, already cooked too.
Paul, actually, no, I didn't use your guy yet. Honestly, dude, I was at work and I just really quick banged some out on Vistaprint just to see what they would look like, because I don't have to go too deep into the order for them. So, I ordered a couple of different styles and just to see what they were going to look like. But I am going to still going to go to a professional person. I mean, they are professional, but to get a larger quantity done when we do them. Because it's just that I wanted them last minute, and I thought they'd be here quick enough. But a good thing. I'm so glad I paid for the speediness of it all, and I haven't got them yet. So, but yes, T-shirts are coming, everyone. T-shirts are coming. We'll have something to do with that. What's Tracy Roll? Laffy Taffy jokes are better than Cracker Jack prizes. I agree with you a lot. Anything is better than a Cracker Jack prize. It's basically a piece of paper that tells you go to our website.
Derek had to make a full disclaimer. He's sorry to criticize it.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I was chastised last week for downing their Cracker Jack prize.
Did they chastise you? Did they contact you?
They did. They contacted me. They gave me a stern, shocking.
You have to apologize to the public for your Cracker Jack.
A sticker on the inside. If you consider that a prize, I can do it with a piece of tape and stick a piece of paper to myself, and I get the same thing. But I remember better Cracker Jack prizes. But there's also a code in there. You can go to their website, and you can win nothing else either.
That was like when you make a kid say sorry, and they kind of like beat around the bush and never really say sorry the whole time, and you're like,
I'm the master
just say sorry.
I will look you dead in the eye and say, I'm sorry, and never mean it.
It's Cracker Jacks. All right, Becca, do we have everyone for this giveaway? Because I need to know who's going to win this good stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up right now so we can see here. Let's pull up the screen share. I'm going to make this bigger.
I also kept the list.
Scroll through. Make sure you're. Let me get this thing out of there because it's blocking partial. There we go. Get that bad boy out.
I'm looking at mine. I'm comparing. So you read them off. I'm going to read my list too.
You can read them?
I'll go up to the top. We got Darren Morano, Bill Kitcher, Paul Lavelli, Brian Ferrari, Timothy Murray, James Finch, Amanda Johnson, Rick Archibald, Karen Lavelli, Tracy Roll, Brian Texera, Jeff Rivard, Aaron Lebrecht, Texas Mike, Joe Clavenger, Amanda Lebrecht, Brian Souza, and Faith Martin. Did you get, because Jeff was in there earlier. So
I got all those.
Jeff Rivard.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Jeff Rivard. Jeff was in there too. So I might have skipped him. Jeff Rivard was in there. All right. So if I have not been called and you have made a comment, please, I'm going to give you the next several seconds to comment now if you did not see your name in there. So that way we can get you in on this. And if not, forever hold your peace. It's a giveaway, and if you read the rules, basically it says that we have the right to do whatever we want, and if we forget you, we're sorry. Catch you on the flip side. But so I'll wait for Nick to make the call. I haven't seen any kind of comment yet, so we're going to do 3 spins. First one will be for the main prize, the main drawing. Then we'll have 2 runner-up drawings. All right, here comes the first spin.
Spin it up.
Here
Good luck, everyone.
No.
Jeff Rivard.
Congratulations, Jeff. We know he's 21, so we can move on to the next one.
All right.
Runner-up. Prize number. There it is. I was like, why is it not spinning? I see it spinning over here, but not on my screen. Oh, Tim Murray. We know he's 21 too, so we know we have 2 good giveaways.
Amazing. And last but not least,
never the least.
Who will it be?
Oh, Texas Mike. Hey,
good job.
Congratulations, Texas Mike.
Nice.
All right, Texas Mike, if you can, please DM me or PM me your address at the Keeping It Neat site on our Facebook page, or my email, or the email for Keeping It Neat, actually, if you want. It's Keeping It Neat with, let me go back to this. There we are. Keeping It Neat with Derek and Nick at gmail.com. I'll put, that's actually in there. I think that's in there. I'm not sure if it's in the description or not. I can't remember. But it's Keeping It Neat with Derek and Nick at gmail.com. And just send us your address and I'll get that stuff to you in the mail. Ship it out to you, Mike. So congratulations to everyone. Jeff.
Congrats, everyone.
Tim Murray, thank you, everyone, again. Yeah, Jeff, contact us. Let us know what your address is. PM us. And
Murray,
we'll same thing. We'll have to hook up and get you that. Maybe we'll throw it out the window because the quarantine still. Whip it at your house or something. I don't know, but definitely. Those that don't know, just PM us your information so I can get that stuff shipped out to you. We'll make it work out some way, shape, or form. But definitely thank you everyone for watching tonight, making another hugely successful for us, live. Again, we're sorry we're a little bit later. Other question is, what do you think of the time right now? Do you like the 9 o'clock time? Did you like the 8 o'clock time better for people? Let us know in the comments down below which ones you like better. That's something that's flexible. I don't know with Nick. I mean, it doesn't matter time for me, really. It just, you know, I mean, it depends on how
I'm
long.
past my bedtime.
Oh, it's past my good night. Just
Right,
flat
nice.
out, you know, as soon as the lights go off in here, I'm like you know, like
I literally hear shut the lights and fall asleep.
But yeah, let us know what you think of the time. If you rather see a 9 o'clock time or you like the 8 o'clock time. There's something else we haven't tried. We've been doing 8 o'clock. This is our first 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're a little bit after 9, only because we had that prior engagement we had to get to. So sorry about that, but we were doing that. It just fell on the same night, and we wanted to get both in because we've been, you know, really sticking to the Thursday nights. And Nick was really adamant about how he wants to do the Thursday, so we stayed with the Thursday. So,
yeah, especially because I'm working on Wednesdays now too. So now things are starting to open it. So we're limited.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, yeah, Nick would actually be at work, so I'd have
Yeah.
to go see him there if we wanted to do a live. But
live from the bar.
Live from the bar, but you know, but yeah, so it's going to be Thursdays because Nick actually, the way he worked out his schedule was so that he could have Thursdays so we could continue to do this and maybe, you know, do our other tapings that we do need to do still. But thank you everyone again. Comment, share, let everybody know about this amazing channel, all these great giveaways we do at some time. You know, we still get some stuff left in the tanks here for giveaways. I still have some actually very good bottles too waiting in the wings, you know, eventually. We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary coming soon. Ooh. So, you know, we're going to have some stuff. But you know, so, you know, I'm going to give Nick a ring. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful.
Don't make me cry. Not on camera.
Flowers. Maybe we'll actually be back in the studio together when we're doing the next live. Who knows what's going to go on? You know, we actually wanted to be together tonight, but the weather did not cooperate with the rain and everything like that. So we were going to be outside and shooting it and, you know, seeing how that was going to go.
I know we could actually from the studio do it on the water because in the actually I was just thinking about
way more romantic.
Just out in the beach. I could be just rolling in the beach sand.
Just get a little beach out there. Maybe some goose poop lying around there too. From all the geese are all walking on right.
But we do it for you. So don't forget, share with all your friends. Tell them about the show. Share last week's episode. Share this week's episode. Show them the learning. Show them the fun. And thanks for joining us as always. So
thank you so much, everyone. Again, as always, comment, please. Let us know what you think. We're always looking for that. And thank you, everyone. And I've got a little whiskey left. Nick, do you have anything left in a glass anywhere in front of you?
This giant beverage.
All right. Well, you know, I'll go to my mixed beverage then, just so we can be equal in the same here. So here's hoping that everyone finds a little bit of luxury
in an otherwise ordinary life.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
Cheers.